What's up guys, BalisongSam and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit about how to inspect a balisong whenever you want to buy or sell a certain balisong, and you want to let people know what tolerances are, how it looks, and the overall condition. So I'm just going to speed run through all the specifics that you want to go through when making videos for people, or when seeing or requesting videos from others, just so you know what to look out for when buying a certain balisong. All right, so there's a few things we gotta inspect for sure, which is tap and play, handle gap, and the overall condition. This is all just necessary so they have a full picture of how the balisong is in its state. All right, so first of all, we're gonna start with the overall condition. So this is basically just how it looks, whether there's scratches or dinks on the handles. As you can see, this one right here, pretty mint, barely anything, and we do have a little bit of a few scratches up there. Always ask people if they're in dark places or not very little places to use your flash, because as you can see, without the flash I wouldn't have been able to spot that mark and those scratches. So always use flash for that. So you just go through the handles slowly, pivots areas, end pins or tang pins, go through, look in the pivots, see if they're not stripped or stuff like that, and then open up the blade, go over the blade itself, see if there's any chips, if the tip is tipped or chipped, see if there's any scuffs. Nothing. Cool. That is the overall condition. Now moving on to the second thing, this is tap. We're going to go through tap. Basically what that means is when the blade hits the inside of the handles, whenever you shake it. As you can see, there's no tap right now. So as you can see, the Kraken has no tap. I'm shaking it pretty heavy and there's no sound, because if a balisong has tap, this is what you'll hear. There you go, because this blade is hitting the inside of the handle constantly whenever shaking it, as you can see. So there's two ways you can do this. You can either grab the blade onto like that, just hold on to the blade and then shake it, or you can just grab onto the bottom handle and shake it. Same thing. Do be careful with this on videos, because some people also tried scamming others when showing tap and play. Well, they basically, this balisong has tap, right? But they do something that makes it have no tap, and all I'm doing is pressing down with my fingers, pressing the blade onto one side and forcing it there. So whenever you see or even make a tap video, make sure that your fingers are make sure everything is on the bottom handle and that it's being shaken heavily, because if you shake it a little bit like so, barely anything, always ask to shake heavy and make sure you see both sides. Next up on the list is play. Play basically means how much you can pull the handles apart. Now this is a washers only plastic balisong, so this will also have a lot of play, just because it's a cheaper balisong. But basically what I like to do is I like to keep it in my hand like this, use my thumb to push it to the left, and then pull my four fingers, the other handle, I'd like to pull that one to the right. So then I just do this, stuff like that. I'll close the handle gap for a little bit just to make it a little bit easier to see. As you can see, a lot of play, but that's okay with a balisong like this. However, if you want to buy a grail or something that needs to perform well, you want to have as little play as possible. You can also do it like this, where you just shake it up a little bit. As you can see, the Kraken has barely any play. This is nothing. This means that the tolerances are pretty good. This combined with zero play means that the tolerance is actually really crisp, and that's what you want to have. Same thing with the Galvanis. I can barely pull these apart. This is okay. But obviously the more play you have, the more chance you have on getting tap as well. And now on to the last thing is handle gap. As you can see, if I open this up, this one's a pretty mint balisong. As you can see, there's still a lot of handle gap. I can squeeze it, it kind of stays there, which is good. Pony has a lot of handle gap too. Personally not a fan of this, but the Pony I can just squeeze like that and just have less handle gap. That's not a problem. But yeah, that's something you want to keep in mind, because whenever this one is already beaten up a little bit, this balisong, and because I'm beating up the Zen pins, like the pressure on the Zen pins kind of like takes fades away, so the handle gap kind of closes out. And the thing you don't want to have is handle slap, where the handles basically just hit each other whenever you're flipping. So I can squeeze these and still don't have handle slap, which is great. However, the more beaten up a balisong is, the chances are higher that you can have actual handle slap, where the handles touch each other and that's not what you want. There you go, that's pretty much it. I tried to compile it all in a quick little video. So basically, one more time, overall condition, make sure it's like clean, nothing too many scratches. Of course, if you want to buy something that's mint or supposed mint, show everything with this with the flash. Make sure that everything is shown. Even if there are scratches, make sure you show everything. Just be honest with these things. Then tap and play, bottom handle, shake it heavy, show both sides, play, do it this way or do it that way. Either works. Just make sure you squeeze that as hard as possible, squeeze them apart, and try to get as much play as possible shown on the video, just so that the buyer knows what he's buying. And then last but not least, the handle gap. Also make sure to show that properly, also with a little squeeze, so that the people know, okay, the handle gap is still intact, this and that. And then of course, at last, I guess you can do for a little bit of an add-on is the sound. Just do a few tricks. I prefer doing this one. Basically, you just drop the handle, come up, and then from here, when it's like around here, you let go, and it falls in your hand, as you can see. And it'll get that little rattle noise. But there's plenty of ways to do it. You can also just do, short stops and stuff like that. But yeah, people do also like to hear the sound of a balisong. Just do some tricks and they'll hear it. And yeah, that is pretty much it, how you inspect a balisong and how you make a video for in case you want to sell, and also what to pay attention for when actually buying a balisong from someone and they send you a video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If it was helpful, please leave a like, and yeah, comment your thoughts on the video. And yeah, without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.